Note: this training is for users that have a case manager or administrator user role. Fields store and display information about individual documents, such as metadata, analytics, and user-applied document tags. Field management is the creation and modification of fields and their values. Administrators can configure fields and field values in MineServer administration, including fields that are used to store metadata. Applications may have up to 65,536 fields, allowing administrators to add a large number of custom fields. Case managers, power users, and power reviewers can rename and add field values using options contained in the tagging and foldering panels. Administrators and case managers have access to the Axcelerate Administration Fields and Values page, where they can conduct these same tasks as well as rename fields, deactivate fields, delete field values, customize the order of values within a field, and set up new fields using pre-configured, custom, or empty fields. There are 4 basic types of fields. Single value field, where only one value can be selected. Multi-value field, where the values are displayed in a flat list and any or all values can be selected. Hierarchy field, where the values are ordered in a hierarchy and a main value can have an unlimited number of sub-values. Here, any and all values can be selected. Text field, which is used to enter free-form text. The fields and values requested by your project team may differ from the Axcelerate default settings. Rather than create new fields, it is recommended to first repurpose any default fields that are of the same type needed and which will otherwise not be used. For example, the case team might want to have a field called relevant. Prior to creating a new field, check the default fields to see if there is an existing one that can be repurposed. In this situation, we can rename the existing responsiveness field. To do that, let's click on the field name and edit the existing field name. We can also update the field values. When creating field values, it is best practice to use descriptive values. We want to avoid using generic values like yes or no. We will talk about the reason for this in more detail when we discuss workflows in a later training video. Let's update our responsive field values. We can rename our yes and no values by selecting the toolbar button associated with each value and selecting Rename. We can also add field values by selecting the New button at the top. Once new field values are added, you can change the order of field values by hovering over a particular value and moving the arrows to the desired location. Any changes to field values are immediately applied to all places in the user interface where the values display. By default, Axcelerate contains a number of empty, pre-configured fields that you can activate and customize. You will see these fields listed as custom fields on the Fields and Values page. To set up one of these fields, locate an empty field of the desired type and click on the field name. Let's pretend that our case team has requested that we set up a new privilege reason field. To create this new field, let's select the Custom Hierarchy 1 field. On the General tab of the Edit Field window, rename the field to Privilege Reason. Select the Active checkbox. Activating this box will allow you to add the field to a tagging arrangement. If the list of values in the field could potentially become long, and you would like to save screen real estate on your tagging panel, click the Convert to Type Ahead display checkbox, and the display will change to accommodate this. Click Apply. Note that the preview now shows our new field name. Navigate to the Values tab. Click New, input the name of the first field value, and the checkmark button to exit the text box. Repeat to add additional values. Note: field values default to alphanumeric order. To change the order, click the value you want to move and drag it to the new location. If you want to convert the field to display as a type ahead field in the tagging panel, return to the General tab and select the Convert to Type Ahead display checkbox. Click Done to save. Once saved, the now active field is made available in the Search panel as a smart filter, located under the Custom Smart Filter group. Once a field has been added to an arrangement and documents have been tagged, the field also displays in the metadata fly-in. To make a new field available to users, it must be added to a tagging or foldering arrangement. See the video on creating and modifying arrangements to see how this is managed.